Many of our people are part of or have come out of the religion of Christianity. This is the religion which was passed down to us from our parents and what we've been connected to going back to American chattel slavery. It has always been used on us as a means of control. It's a cult, a racist, white supremacist cult. It has never been designed for our benefit, but for the benefit of those who would choose to exploit us. In many rundown neighborhoods where there are mostly black people, there are Christian churches on every corner. So many churches, yet the neighborhoods they're in continuously wane. Many of our people recognize this and have since denounced this religious cult of white supremacy. Unfortunately, many of these individuals have joined themselves to the religion of Arab supremacy, better known as Islam. The appeal of this particular cult is the notion of being able to defend yourself against your enemies. It doesn't tout the notion of loving those who mistreat you and turning the other cheek to those who seek to harm you. Islam is the springboard for those who seek justice and recompense against those of ill will. Others of our people have joined the 5% Nation, an offshoot of Islam which notes the black man as being God, or have become Moors, which promotes sovereign citizenship and links us to a time of royalty and rulership. The so-called black man has sought many avenues to forge an identity for himself. Identity is very important in establishing where you started from and where you can potentially go. If your identity is being subservient to another people group, that people group gets to determine your potential. Breaking away from this to establish yourself on your own terms is key. Fellow black men on the street corners, dressed in peculiar clothing, preach a new way of life in being Hebrew Israelites. Is this yet another religion we need to try out, which is better than all the others? We tried the rest, now try the best. Is this yet another flavor of spirituality for black people? What makes this belief system better than the other ones we followed? Many have done much self-reflection and research to get away from religion, and now we need to go back? When you look at all the major people groups of today, they all have their own religions. Arabs have Islam, East Indians have Hinduism, Asians have Buddhism, Caucasians have Christianity, continental Africans have a variety of male and female deities. They all have a belief system which centralizes them. We, as so-called blacks, have latched on to all these religions in one capacity or another, looking for a sense of identity. Our brothers on the street corner would tell you being a Hebrew Israelite is the true and real identity we have been searching for within these various cults. Being a Hebrew Israelite is not something to believe in. It's who we are and where we came from. People don't come from colors, and they don't come from geographical locations. Neither of these things gave birth to us. A person gave birth to us. The term Hebrew Israelite is two people. Hebrew refers to the man Eber, who came from the line of Shem, and Israelite refers to Jacob, the son of Isaac, the son of Abraham, whom the Most High God renamed Israel. Different people groups have the same color and even the same phenotype, and people move to different locations all the time. Your ancestral line, however, will always remain in its place. Still, we're being told not to eat pork and to wear funny tassels on our clothes and sleep in a tent once a year. All this sounds like more religion. Christianity had its set of rules, and this is no different. We pay our taxes every year, and every 4 years we go to the polls to vote for political leadership. No one would say these are religious acts. We stop at traffic lights and traffic signs. We obey the speed limits on the highways. No one who obeys these signals will tell you they are doing something religious. We are obeying the laws of the government we are under. When you look at the section of the Bible referred to as the Torah, this is the establishment of the laws of government. The 613 laws in this governmental document are no different from the numerous laws our people obey every day. The United States has a constitution, and so do we, right there in our Bible. Atheists who don't believe in any divine deity would not agree they are religious for paying their taxes on time, obeying traffic laws, and going out to vote. Looking at the etymological definition of the word religion, it is connected to sacred rites towards a powerful deity. If it could be shown this deity people worship actually existed, would ritualistic deeds to honor this deity still be seen as religious? Some will say paying your taxes can't be seen as religious, but is rather an obligation which has consequences for noncompliance. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, has similar consequences for not following Torah, and we have been suffering these consequences for centuries. It would seem the distinction of religion for being a Hebrew Israelite comes from not believing God exists and there not being clear and present consequences for breaking the laws of Torah. A study of Deuteronomy 28, starting at the 15th verse, and a study of the history of our people in this country from its inception, which shed very significant light on this subject and surprised many. In the end, Hebrew Israelism, for lack of a better term, is not another system of beliefs. It is something which can be proven to be very much a real thing by a study of history and archaeology in connection with the prophecies and events documented in what we call the Bible. This is not something where you just have to have faith. The only thing a Hebrew Israelite needs to have faith in is the Most High God keeping its promises to us. As far as the existence of God and the veracity of the prophecies of Scripture, these things can be proven factual. Hebrew Israelite is our heritage, our nation, our lineage, our identity, our name. It's far from a religion.